In this video, we're going to be taking a look at moving averages for crypto trading. I'm going to show you how to set them up on TradingView and add them to your chart. I'll talk about how they work and what they do. I'll go over how I use them to see what kind of trend we're possibly in, and you can also use them for possible buy and sell signals. It's one of the main indicators that I like to use. So let's go ahead and jump into it, and I'll show you how to add them to your chart first. Okay, so we're signed into TradingView right now. If you're not familiar with TradingView, you can go to tradingview.com and make an account for free, and you can save all your work and stuff like that. I have more videos on TradingView and how to make it look like the way it is in my videos, and I'll leave a link at the end of the video so you can click on that if you're interested in that. Okay, so we're signed into TradingView right now, and I have my watch list up, and I noticed that it doesn't show the names of the icons if you have the watch list up. So let's go ahead and close that right here. What we're going to want to do is search for the indicators. We're going to click this button, indicators. We're going to go to search, and we're going to type in moving average. We're going to find it right here. We can click the star button to favorite it. When we come back to this indicators menu, it's going to come up favorited right there. The other one I like to use is the volume. So let's just bring that up real quick as well. I am going to actually show you how to set a template so we can use both of these at the same time when we want to use the templates as well. So let's go ahead and do indicators, and then we'll click on moving averages twice. That'll add these two moving averages, and let's go ahead and do a volume while we're at it. We have the 9 moving average. It comes automatically, 2 9 moving averages. We can go ahead and click one of them. Let's go ahead and do a double click, and then you can go to this inputs tab, and if you're not already on it, and it's going to go to, we're going to go to length. We're going to change this to 180. These are the ones that I like to use, the 180 and the 9 moving average. So let's go ahead, and that's good, but we're going to go to style, and I'm going to make this color. We're going to go ahead and change that to orange. That's the one that I use on my video. So we have the blue line as the 9 moving average right here, and then we have this orange line right there, and then we have the volume up as well. The other thing we could do is go to templates, and I already have this, but let's go ahead and, the other thing we could do is save this as a template. So let's go ahead and go to templates. We'll go to save template indicator, and what I'll do is do 9 moving average, 180 moving average. So we can do that, and then we'll go to save. And then what we can do here is go to templates, and then we can do favorite right here. Click that little star right there. And then what we could do now is we can click this, and it'll bring it back to these moving average and volume settings. So we can just click there, boom. Sometimes I like to go into templates and check out this moving average exponential ribbon. This is another one I usually have favorited. So we could go in there, click that, and it turns it into this chart. And you can see it's basically a similar idea about the moving averages that I'll be talking about now. But I like watching the 9 and the 180 over that ribbon. Let's go ahead and talk about what a moving average actually is. So the moving average is, we have the 9 moving average and the 180 moving average right now. Those are the ones that we're watching. Basically, we're getting 9 candles for this blue line, and we're getting the average of that, and that is that little point right there. It's the moving average, because tomorrow we're going to take this, we're going to take the new candle, and we're going to get rid of the old candle, and we're going to continue to move forward. The 9 moving average follows the price pretty closely, and that's why I like watching it. The 180 moving average is getting the price from 180 candles, whether it be the daily time frame or the 4-hour time frame or the hourly time frame, whatever time frame you're in, that it's getting an average of 9 candles or 180 candles, depending on what moving average you are looking at. So that's basically what that line actually is. Okay, so how do we use this, or how can we use this to our advantage? There's 2 different ways that I kind of use this. In general, I kind of look at it just to see if we're on top of it or below it, to see if it's good or bad. If we're on top of it, that's a good signal, and if we're below it, that's a bad signal. This is going to bring me to my second point about this. We could use it for buying and selling. So let's go ahead and go back in time. Right here, we're getting some what they call whipsaws, where the price breaks through it and then breaks back above it, breaks in and out of that moving average. So it's basically kind of useless. We want to have like a nice clear breakout and a nice clear support like we did right here. We broke out, then we got support on it, started getting bounces on it, and used it as support. Once we sold it, or once we broke below it, that's when we were showing kind of signs of weakness. We could have used this for a buy and a sell signal. So right here, got a little bit of weakness, popped up again, broke back above it, got some whipsaws. But once we broke back below it right here, then you can see then we started to trend down. We started to get resistance on that moving average opposed to getting support on it. We can also go back in time and see other spots that it worked very well. In this little bull run we had right here, we broke above it right here, getting support on it, broke below it, had this little downtrend. And then once we broke back above it, we started getting support, broke below it, trending down. Once we broke back above it, then see, it's not perfect though, but in general these kind of help tell you when we move. So right here, from here to this bottom down here was a, let's see what we got a drop of around 14%. Once we broke the top, or once we broke through to the upside and used it, if we would have bought where we broke through, or even where we're getting confirmation and started moving up, like right here, and then sold right here, even if we would have took that first signal, even this from here to here is a good 14%. So it just depends. Sometimes it works pretty good and sometimes it doesn't. When it's not working that great, like right here where we're kind of going in and out of the price, we can switch up to the next time frame. So right now we're on the daily time frame. Let's switch up to the weekly time frame. This is what I've been looking at on this chart on Bitcoin. We broke below this moving average right here, and ever since then we're getting rejected every time we tried to come up and touch it. Come up and touch it, get rejected, push down, come up and touch it, get rejected, push down. Right now we came and broke through it last week. We're on the weekly time frame, so this candle last week we went up and broke through it. But right now we came back below it and now we're still under it. I don't like that we're under it, but I do like that we are testing it and we are kind of trying to break through it again. I think if we break through it and then we start finding support on it, that's going to be our good signal that we might be pushing to the upside. You never know with this. It goes in and out sometimes, so it's just one thing to look at. But I do like looking at it, and like I said, it is one of the main things that I am looking at, whether we're in a good position or a bad position, should I say, or a good position, whether on top or bottom. Right now we're on bottom on the weekly, and like I said, we could also switch time frames. You could even do this in the smaller time frames, the 1 hour or the 4 hour. If you look at it in these smaller time frames, I'm sure you can find spots that were good trades. Right here, we broke above it, got some support on it, kept pushing up. We actually tested it, but we did break through it, but we didn't quite break through it convincingly, and we got another bounce up. Right here, we kind of break through it. So I don't know, you could use this as a sell signal from this trade to this trade. Just depends on how you want to look at it, but I think in general, sometimes it will give you some good buy signals and possibly some good sell signals. I don't know how far, I mean, from right, if you would have sold right here, the price is lower than it is right there, but it just depends on how you want to look at it or how you want to play it. Like I said, a lot of the times that I'm looking at this, I'm kind of just looking at it whether we're on the bottom or the top, and then I could use it along with the other indicators and other trend lines and other stuff that I'm looking at to see whether, kind of to give me a second opinion or give me a better idea of what's going on. So yeah, in general, I think it's a pretty good indicator to have, or it's one of the main ones. Like I use, like usually when we break above it, we get these nice green candles, or when we break below it or get rejected on it, we get some pretty good red candles. So I like watching it, and this is the way I have it set up on my chart. I like this 180, the 9 moving average, and the volume. I usually use the 9 moving average more than the 180, but the 180 is something to keep in mind as well. I'm curious if you guys use moving averages the same way, or if you use different moving averages, like a different number. I know some people use exponential moving averages, which is something like this. This one's the exponential moving average ribbon, but I don't use this one too much. I like the 9 and the 180 better. Let me know what you use in the comments below. And if you want to talk more about crypto, I'll leave a link to my Discord in the comments below as well, and we could join the crypto chat on there. There's some cool people, ask questions and stuff like that. If you like the information in this video or found it useful, It'd be really cool if you could share this video because maybe someone else might find it useful or informational as well. And it would be definitely helping out the channel, and I would really appreciate it. If you're new to reading charts or TradingView and technical analysis in general, check out this playlist right here. It's a rundown on TradingView and how to get started. And then I also have this video right here. It's a video about buying and selling on a little bit more strategies on when I buy and sell. If you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up, and then I'll see you in the next one.